All right, let's dig in. Today we're taking a deep dive into Pather Panchali, a genuine gem of Bengali literature penned by Bibhutibhushan Bandyopadhyay and first published way back in 1929. This isn't just an old book, right? It's really foundational work that opened, well, a unique window into life and a narrative that still resonates, almost a century later.
Indeed. And what's particularly fascinating here, I think, is how Bandyopadhyay crafted a story that, despite being rooted so deeply in its specific cultural and historical setting, well, it managed to tell a universal story about humanity, nature, and that relentless flow of time. Our mission today is to go beyond just summarizing the plot. We really want to explore why this novel holds such profound significance and, how it achieves that timeless quality for readers everywhere.
That's a powerful way to frame it, yeah. So, at its very core, Pather Panchali it just immerses you in the ordinary yet profound lives of people in rural Bengal. It's a narrative that unflinchingly explores, poverty, pure joy, deep sorrow, the overwhelming beauty of nature, and just life's everyday struggles. And for you, our listener, the genius, I think, lies in how this entire vivid world unfolds to the innocent, observant eyes of two children, Apu and Durga. You're experiencing this world totally unvarnished through their sort of wonder and curiosity, which makes it incredibly immediate.
Precisely. It functions as a really powerful historical and cultural document of rural Bengal. The author captures the nuances of that specific time and place, the traditions, the social structures, the economic realities, with such fidelity that it's almost like stepping back in time. You get a profound sense of the daily rhythms, the challenges faced by ordinary villagers, and the simple pleasures that define their existence. It's like an ethnographic record disguised as a captivating story.
hmm And the central family in this tapestry, as you mentioned, consists of Apu and Durga, their mother Sarvayaya, and their father Harihar. Theirs is a poverty-stricken family, definitely, but their daily struggles aren't just a backdrop. They're intricately woven into every interaction, every decision, every small triumph. It grounds the narrative in a very, very tangible reality. You feel their hunger, their hope, their desperation, but also their deep family bonds. The setting itself, I'd argue, is almost as much a character as the family, isn't it? I mean, imagine the unpaved paths winding through tiny villages, vast open fields stretching to the horizon, the gentle murmur of rivers, the dappled shade of a kadam tree that's a beautiful, fragrant, flowering tree common there, and kids' games by the pond. These aren't just scenic descriptions. They're integral to the children's world. The author doesn't just describe these places. He makes you feel like you're there, breathing that air, hearing those sounds, smelling the earth after a monsoon.
Right, and what Bandyopadhyay achieves with this setting is truly masterful. Despite the ever-present shadow of poverty, social deprivation, and even the heartbreaking reality of death that touches this family, he uniquely brings out the inherent beauty and dignity of life. This isn't just a tale of woe designed to elicit pity. It's a profound celebration of resilience and that persistent glimmer of hope that exists even in the harshest circumstances. It reveals the quiet courage, the simple joys that can coexist with profound hardship. It offers a powerful counter-narrative to despair. You see Sarbesha's meticulous care for her humble home, for instance, or Durga's unbridled joy in a simple monsoon shower. They're like small acts of defiance against their difficult lot.
That profound emotional connection, I think, really speaks to the sheer artistry of Bandyopadhyay's writing, doesn't it? Because beyond the story itself, the way he tells it is what makes it unforgettable. Let's dig into some of those artistic features, maybe starting with his language. It's often described as simple, transparent, and poetically sweet.
And that simplicity is absolutely key. This accessible yet lyrical language works to immediately immerse the reader. It almost dissolves the barrier between the text and the experience. The narrative doesn't feel like some dense literary novel. It flows almost like a folktale or, a long poem. It just draws you in. For example, his descriptions often use a very direct, almost conversational tone, yet choose words that evoke really strong sensory images. He might describe the wind whispering secrets through the bamboo grove, or the smell of wet earth after the first rains, making you feel present without needing complex metaphors. This is part of what we call poetic realism, where everyday, often stark reality is imbued with emotional depth and aesthetic beauty. It elevates the mundane to something profound through this lyrical prose.
And a huge part of that immersive poetic realism, like you say, comes from how the author treats nature. It's really no exaggeration to say that the description of rural nature is the very soul of this book. The writing is so evocative that readers often feel they see the beauty of rural Bengal with their own eyes. It's like a painter using words, creating landscapes you can practically step into, and the children's lives are just utterly inseparable from this natural world.
Yes, exactly. The natural world isn't just scenery, it's a character, it's a companion, and often a mirror for the children's emotions. Apu and Durga's innocence, their curiosity, their resilience, these are reflected and nurtured by the ponds, the fields, the changing seasons. What's also fascinating here is the absolute realism of the character portrayal, particularly the innocent childhood of Durga and Apu. Their genuine, unadorned depiction grounds the universal themes of the story. Their experiences, their wonder, their struggles, they're so authentic that they become relatable far beyond the specific setting. It allows you to connect with the raw, unfiltered experience of childhood itself, something universally understood, right?
Right. And it's clear this isn't just a story about children or nature. It fundamentally explores the human perspective woven throughout the narrative. It shows life through this constant interplay of joy and sorrow, birth and death, and the inexorable, unchanging law of time. It's about the full spectrum of human experience, really, seen through this very particular lens.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this exploration of life's fundamental cycles is precisely what gives the novel such universal resonance. It transcends its specific cultural setting in rural Bengal to touch upon truths common to all humanity regardless of time or place. You see the universal anxieties of parenthood in Sarbajaya's worries, the universal hunger for connection in Harihar's dreams, and, well, the universal fragility of life. It allows you to reflect on your own experiences of these same cycles, making it incredibly personal despite its distant setting.
That's a powerful point. So let's talk about the enduring importance of Pather Panchali. You mentioned it's a foundational work of Bengali literature. What makes it foundational? What kind of impact did it actually have?
That's a key question, yeah. It wasn't just another story, it actually revolutionized Bengali literature. By authentically portraying the lives of ordinary villagers with unprecedented depth and empathy, it moved away from the more aristocratic or urban-centric narratives that had often dominated before. It really gave a voice to the voiceless, depicting their struggles and joys without romanticization or judgment. In doing so, it became a crucial benchmark for realism and humanism in the tradition. It set a new standard for how rural life could be captured in fiction.
And its impact stretched far beyond just Bengali literature, didn't it? It famously served as the basis for Satyajit Ray's internationally acclaimed film in 1955, which brought the story to a worldwide audience, introducing countless people to Apu and Durga's world through a completely new medium. It's often cited as one of the greatest films ever made.
It truly is. But, and this is crucial, the novel's literary value was immense long before the film. Its inherent power and contribution to literature were recognized well before it received global cinematic fame. The film amplified its reach, absolutely, bringing its themes and characters to a visual medium, but the brilliance was always there in the book itself. In Bandyopadhyay's prose and his profound understanding of human nature, you could say the film was a magnificent echo of an already resonant original piece.
Right. Now, like any classic, there's always a critical aspect, isn't there? And some readers do find the extensive nature descriptions and the, well, unhurried narrative pace in Pather Panchali to be a bit slow. It's a valid observation for those accustomed to a different, perhaps faster narrative rhythm these days.
I agree, it's a fair point for many modern readers. However, I'd argue that this isn't really a flaw, it's a deliberate choice. It's a defining specialty of the author's style. This unhurried pace directly reflects the unadorned rhythm of rural life itself, a life dictated by seasons, by natural cycles, not by the urgency of, urban clocks. It's not just descriptive, it's an invitation to slow down, to observe, to breathe with the characters and their environment. It asks you to immerse yourself fully in that existence, and in doing so, it actually heightens the impact of the more dramatic moments when they happen. For some, this contemplative pace is precisely where its magic lies. It's a testament, really, to the fact that not all stories need to rush to be profound.
That's a powerful way to look at it. So after this deep dive, what does Pather Panchali ultimately mean for you, our listener? How can exploring this book enrich your understanding and perspective?
Well, this novel offers a unique blend that is incredibly potent. It's a story of poverty, yes, but it's not merely pathetic. Instead, it's a profound mixture of life's simplicity, the overwhelming beauty of nature, and the sheer resilience of humanity. The core insight, I'd argue, is the celebration of Ananda, a profound joy and appreciation for existence that persists even in the face of deep sorrow. It's a fundamental philosophy woven into the fabric of Bengali thought, and Bandyopadhyay captures it not as some simplistic optimism, but as an inherent life force. Especially through the eyes of Durga, who finds such immense delight in the smallest things. It truly offers an aha moment about finding grace, meaning, and beauty in the everyday, even amidst hardship. It reminds you that the human spirit can find joy and connection in the most humble of settings.
Yeah, I think that's why it's a must-read for any literature lover. It promises not just insights into human nature and the power of descriptive storytelling, but a deep appreciation for a way of life that, while geographically and temporally specific, feels universally understood. Because it touches on fundamental human experiences. Pather Panchali really stands as a testament to poetic realism. Its enduring legacy is rooted in its profound human insights and its vibrant, empathetic depiction of rural Bengal. It's a world you'll carry with you long after the final page.
And this raises an important question for you, our listener, to maybe think about. In a world that often chases speed, demanding instant gratification and rapid narrative arcs, what can we truly learn from a story that so fully embraces the unadorned rhythm of life? And how does art, even from different cultures, allow us to connect with these universal truths about humanity and nature, transcending geographical and temporal boundaries to remind us of our shared human experience?
Powerful thoughts to chew on. We truly hope this deep dive encourages you to explore Pather Panchali for yourself and discover its timeless magic.